When we practice anapanasati, mindfulness of breathing, the Buddha encouraged us to sit up straight because we get energy from our posture. And then he encouraged us to set aside covetousness and grief for the world, or desire and aversion, liking and disliking. So the Buddha was helping us to establish what's important, which is to be mindful of the in and out breath, to keep it in mind, to remember it, and to set aside all other business. And he encouraged us to develop clear comprehension, or sometimes we say all-round knowing. So knowing when the breath is going in, whether the breath is going out, knowing how coarse or refined our breathing is, knowing how long or short our breathing is. And this isn't to control the breath or make it a certain way, long or short. Simply to know the breath as it is, going in, going out. This is one part of the first foundation of mindfulness. The other three foundations are mindfulness of feeling, mindfulness directed to the mind itself, mindfulness directed to the objects of mind, particularly how suffering arises and how it ceases. But the Buddha began teaching us to establish mindfulness on the body. That includes the posture. So at the moment you're sitting, so that's the posture you're in. The 32 parts of the body, particularly to see them in light of their unattractive qualities and their impermanence, such as hair of the head and so on, or to contemplate the body in terms of just natural elements, earth, air, fire, water, or to contemplate the body as a corpse, which one day it will become. And this is all mindfulness directed to the body. And the Buddha said, see the body in the body. You could say, see the body as just the body, merely the body. So if you're putting attention on the breathing, you're aiming to know the breath as just the breath, simply as it is, without adding anything on or creating any more out of it. Just knowing the breath going in, breath going out. and setting aside covetousness and grief for the world. So everything else, all other business, the past, the future, what you want, what you don't want. Just knowing your body in the present moment, using the breath as your focus for mindfulness. And if you practice this regularly, like many other things in life, you get better at it. Get better at putting attention on the breath, knowing the breath, and letting go of everything else. And many benefits come from this. Helps us to relax physically and mentally. Helps us to let go of stressful thoughts, distracting thoughts, sleepiness, worries. And ultimately, it's helping us to cultivate the path, the Noble Eightfold Path, which is the Buddha's teaching that leads to the end of suffering. So he also said it's of great fruit and great benefit when we bring our minds to pay attention to the breath. It's really useful to us as human beings. It's beneficial, helpful. So it's something you can do anytime you're free, whether it's just for a few moments, taking a few deep breaths to re-establish your mindfulness in the middle of the day, or like this, you have some free time where you can really sit down and with energy, with effort, put attention on the breathing and practice letting go of everything else. So for the next period of time, we can practice this together until you hear the sound of the bell.